Hello, folks. It's Brother Chris. Um, I was reading and meditating on the Word this morning, and I come to talk about the subject of love. And as I was reading and studying, um, the Lord, brought me to the verse of the importance of love. He basically brought me up on the subject of the importance of love, and I was reading in First Corinthians chapter 13, verses 3, that if a person gives all their belongings to feed the poor and get burned at the stake, or basically get martyred for the gospel, and he doesn't have love, he has nothing. So basically, you know what I'm saying, what the Apostle Paul is saying, that, man, you could do all these things, even die for the gospel. And if you don't have love, you can still go to hell. And another thing, to kind of sum some of this stuff up, you read First Corinthians chapter 13, verses 1 through 3, and that describes 99% of not just the black church, but the churches up in America today. You know what I'm saying? Apostle Paul pretty much sums up all the present churches of today. The present church, the church of Laodicea, the present churches of today. Apostle Paul pretty much describes all of them in them 3 verses. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 1 through 3. He pretty much described the whole church today, and why I don't really even go to no religious organization. You know what I'm saying? I read and study for myself. But yeah, and the love situation. You can do all these things and have the faith to move mountains. Have, you know what I'm saying, and don't have love. You know, you still, if you die, you're gonna burn in hell. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because a lot of people are doing this and actually dying for the gospel and don't have love, and they're burning in hell right now. They was deceived. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, it's crazy. They just like they dying in vain. They doing all these things in vain. Like I said, you know, First Corinthians chapter 13, verses 1 through 3 describes pretty much the church today. But yeah, Jesus said in Matthew's that, you know, the Pharisees, the lawyer came up and asked Jesus, out of all of the 10 commandments, which one is the most important? Love Jesus Christ with all your heart, all your soul, and all your might, and love your neighbor as yourself. So love is the most important commandment of all. And if you don't have it, no matter what you could do, you can give your right eye for Christ. And if you don't have love, it was in vain. You know what I'm saying? You could die for the gospel. What Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and 3, you could give all your goods, sell everything you have, give to the poor, and get killed. Die for the gospel. Die for the gospel. Get beheaded for the gospel. If you don't have love, you still gonna burn in hell. So you got to have love to make this thing work. You just can't have faith. You got to have love. You got to have love. Because, you know, I think 1 Corinthians 13 and 2, chapter 13 verses 2 said you could you could have the faith to move mountains. And you know, the faith pleases God. You know, having faith pleases God. Because the Bible says without faith, it's impossible to please God. Faith pleases God. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible also says if you don't have love, you know, if you die with all the faith in the world, you're going to burn in hell. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you know, read 1 Corinthians chapter 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 1 through 3, and that backs up everything I say. You can read 4 too. You know, put the icing on the cake. But You got to have love to make this thing work, saints. That's all I got today. Be blessed.